Hello, welcome back to Uncle Matt's Cookery Lessons. I'm going to make Beef Carpaccio. That is the thinly sliced fillet of beef with a salad. And I'm going to run you through the ingredients. Run you through the ingredients. That is fillet of beef. Those are pink peppercorns. And that black pepper, that's for the crust. For the salad, green beans and shallots. For the gremolata, parsley and lemon and garlic. Let's get the gremolata done. Gremolata is a condiment. The French have persillade, which is garlic and parsley. The Italians have garlic, parsley and lemon. So they win. It's really nice. Quite often it can be done dry, so you would sprinkle it over dishes, meat, stews, that sort of thing. In this case I'm making it more like a dressing, so I'll be adding olive oil and the juice of lemon. The garlic needs to be just chopped up really finely or crushed. I really need to invest in one of those garlic crushers. If I get more subscribers, I can afford one. Next, let's get the zest in. If you're going to juice the lemon, but you want to zest it, make sure you zest it first. Sort of giving yourself a bit of extra heartache trying to do it the other way around. And I'm only using half of this lemon for the juice. That will be more than enough. The other half of that lemon goes in my lovely lady's tea. She loves that. Gremolata is done. Right, this is for the green bean and shallot salad. So we need shallots. I'm going to finely chop them. I'm starting off as if we're going to dice like a brunoise, which just means a very fine dice. So you slice one way, nearly to the core. Then you do a little horizontal slice the other way, like that. And then you slice vertically the other way, like that. So that gives you a dice. I thought maybe it wasn't quite as small as I wanted it, so I'll just run my knife through it for a minute longer. Red onion works nicely with this, but I wouldn't use white onion and I wouldn't use the green or spring onions. Those green beans have been blanched for about 1 to 2 minutes in fastly boiling water and then cooled down in very cold water. That way they stay nice and green and vibrant. So I'll season this and olive oil, and that's your green bean salad done. I would recommend you can do that up to a few hours before you have this. Don't make it a day before, it will deteriorate in the fridge. It's got to be eaten within a few hours really, but it is really, really lovely. It's crunchy, you see. Yummy. Right then. Pink peppercorns, if you've never used them before, these are the dried ones. They're just fragrant. There's almost no heat, no peppery heat at all. I just going to smash them up any old way. I could have used my pestle and mortar. Come and think of it, that would have been a much better idea. But the meat mallet got used twice in one video. I'm also using some black pepper. I'm loosening the top there, get larger, more coarse ground pepper that way. Small trick. This is optional. I've seen people just spread their beef with a bit of pesto, for instance, and wrap it up and leave it in the fridge. It doesn't have to be sealed. I'm sealing mine, very briefly, or searing. This is more like a rub, really, than a marinade. But yeah, just really massage it in, try to get it to stick to the outside of the beef. And then we're ready for our absolutely smoking hot pan. And I mean smoking, I put it on a high heat and I left it alone for about 4 minutes. And it's obviously a heavy bottomed frying pan. 20 seconds, no more, no less. And then you've got to do all 4 sides like that. I think if you do it any longer, you're going to burn those pink peppercorns. And we're not cooking this meat, we're just searing the outside, that's all. Another benefit of this searing process is you're killing off any bacteria that might be hanging around on the surface of the meat. Alright, so good idea here is to wrap this bit of beef up very tightly in cling film and pop it in the fridge for a few hours, or even do this the day before. Of course, this is me, the impetuous one, so this had 10 minutes in the freezer because I just wanted to get my video finished. The longer you leave it, the more chance you've got of those nice subtle pink peppercorn flavours permeating into the meat. But this was still very, very delicious. So what we're going to have to do now is slice this nice and thin, but don't stress about getting it wafer thin. We're going to use our meat mallet and some cling film to bash it out. We'll have that little bit in a minute when no one's watching. Right, I'm going to say about 3 to 4 millimeters. I think that's about, I don't know, what's that in inches? An eighth? I have no idea. Anyway, a couple of slices. Couldn't work out what I was doing there for a minute. And I'm going to overlap them ever so slightly, so I'm going to create one large piece. That is the plan. Here we go then. So, gentle tapping. Don't start whacking away at this, you'll just create holes. And try to make sure whatever you're smashing it with, because it could be a meat mallet, it could be a rolling pin, whatever really, try to make it land flat. If it's landing sort of on the edge, you've got a greater chance of smashing a hole into your piece of beef, which you don't want. Let's be honest with you, we're going to put a load of stuff on it, you get away with it anyway. It's quite forgiving, this one, on the old presentation. One thing I think that is stopping this bit of beef from expanding is the cling film's gone a bit tight on it, so I need to loosen that. Now, my missus was on the phone while I was doing this to her mum. She's not happy, the noise I was making. Anyway. There we go, loosen that bit of cling film. Try the old rolling pin method. It actually worked. A little bit. Not too bad. Anyone that watched my Chicken Kiev video will sort of know what I'm going through here. Cracking video, by the way. Go and check that one out. Lovely. Getting nearly there now. Just got to get this on a plate. I'm zoomed in a bit too close here, so you can't quite see what I'm doing. Bit amateur hour still here. I'm learning as I go. But what you need to do is you need to be quite confident about it. Get your hand underneath and plonk it down and try to get the centre of the plate. So, here we go. We're going for a bullseye. Done. Pretty good actually. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you Australia. Now you can season this with salt. Plenty of it, you can be generous now. A bit more pepper as well. And then it's time for the gremolata. If you want to do this ahead of time, you've got people coming over and you want to get about, 4, 5, 6 of them done in advance. Don't season it or anything at that stage. Cling film it very, very tightly. And then you can stack those plates on top of each other, but you turn the top plate over. So one plate is facing up, the other one is facing down. And then you can stack them up and you haven't got to worry about the bottom edge of one plate squashing the carpaccio underneath. I hope that makes sense. I've described it about as best as I can. Time for the green beans. These add a lovely fresh crunch to this. Classically, I've referred to the rule book and it says that it must be rocket and parmesan with beef carpaccio. So I've broken one rule there and I don't know if I can get away with breaking the other one. So let's get some parmesan on there. This is lovely. It's such a nice flavour combination. I don't think you need any carbs, any bread with this. It's lovely. The textures are great. Oh, delicious. I know that it's delicious as well because I've already had it before I'm making the voiceover here. Quick tidy up. And we're there. Hope you have a go at this, making this one. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know. Obviously, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. You know the rules. Check me out in the next video, which will be coming very soon. But before I go, I'm going to have a little taste of this. Oh, you might have seen my thumb there. No, I don't have any fancy mechanical spinning machine. I use a little cake table and I'll turn it around. But my thumb popped up there. There we go. So, if the thought of eating raw beef turns you off, you can probably avoid eating this. But if you're a bit more courageous, give this a go. I promise you won't regret it. I think a fillet of beef should only really be used for carpaccio, tartare, and very rare steaks, or maybe like Beef Wellington. Other than that, if you're doing, don't waste your money on fillet for a regular steak. It's far inferior in flavour, but my God, is it beautiful and delicate in texture. Anyway, see you in the next video. Bye.